Hello, I'm Tokumbo. I've come once again to share a talk with you. Now, for me, I don't see anything wrong with polygamy. I absolutely do not see anything wrong with polygamy, especially when it is practiced in a healthy manner. You see, most ladies nowadays will not agree to marry you if you don't have money. Some will even give you the condition that if you don't have a job, that they cannot date you, they cannot marry you. And that is why when a lady comes across a guy that she thinks she likes, even when it is unknown to the guy, this lady in question begins to size the guy up. Can this guy meet my financial desires? Can this guy meet my financial wants? When she comes to the conclusion, and let's say the conclusion is to the negative, and let us also say that later on, the guy later developed interest of going into a relationship with her. When the guy starts asking her out, you see that this lady will start forming what I can call hard to get. This is when you will hear a lady that is still single and seriously searching, telling you that she is happily married with children. And then to further confuse you, whenever you call her on phone, she will carry other people's children close to herself. And then she will then make them to cry. So by the time you now hear the cry of those children, then you too you conclude erroneously, though, that she is truly married. This is what happens nowadays. But then when you have your money, when you have your job, you have your connection, you don't even need to go through the stress of toasting a lady or toasting ladies. The ladies themselves will be the one coming after you. It is that bad. And this whole nonsense continues even after you manage to marry the lady into your house. When you're able to provide for her, she will be the best woman that she can be, the best wife that she can be. In fact, there will be peace and harmony in the home. But as soon as there is a comma, as in when you are unable to do those things you used to do for her before, not due to a fault of yours, but due to some circumstances beyond your control. For example, probably you lost your job and you've been trying to get another job, but then the job is not forthcoming, or perhaps due to the harsh economic climate in some countries. When you are in that situation, then you begin to see the other side of your lady, of your wife. If she does not nag at you, she will deny you of your conjugal rights in bed. Some could even go as far as dating other men outside, sleeping with them. Don't be surprised that all these sex of a thing could even be taking place on your matrimonial bed. It could be that bad. It could be that bad. And then some idealistic persons, people I describe as unreal people, will now start telling you it is because you have not found your own. It is because you have not discovered yourself. The truth of the matter is that virtually all ladies are guilty of this fact. I'm not referring to Africans alone. Even those in the West are equally guilty of this fact. For a fact, the only category of ladies that will agree to go out or marry a guy or a man without money are those that are aged and probably are approaching their menopause. So they can afford to have a guy or a man to come and produce babies for them. But that does not mean that after producing those babies, all those shenanigans that I described earlier, that does not mean those shenanigans will not begin to occur in the home after you must have produced all those babies for them. So it is that bad. It is really a bad attitude that most ladies have developed nowadays. It wasn't like that in the past, in time past. Our fathers just wrote love letters, composed poems, and with that they were able to woo their life partners. Their relationship lasted for life. It's not like the marriages that do occur these days where we experience a lot of divorce. In fact, I can recall an experience with an American musician in 1994 who married in the morning and divorced in the afternoon. You can just imagine that. So it is that bad. So since the love is for my money, since the love is for my connection, since the love is for my job and not me as a person, then I don't see anything wrong in being polygamous, in having them plenty, so that you can make these ladies compete among themselves, and then the much needed love will come from them to you. In fact, it is very, very dangerous for a man to just keep one woman as a wife. It is very, very dangerous. We have heard several examples of how ladies, wives, codedly killed their husband, all in a bid to, inherit properties, all in a bid to inherit wealth, the wealth that you struggled for, the wealth that you labored to acquire, even before you met her. We've heard examples of things like that happening nowadays. So it is very dangerous for a man to just keep one woman, as a wife in his home. So it is good to have them plenty, as I've said earlier. Polygamy is absolutely not a bad idea. But then, when you are being polygamous, you have to ensure that you are healthy with it. I must strongly advise that when you are being polygamous, you should be healthy with it, in the sense that you have to ensure that you can provide for all your wives and whatever offspring that comes out of it. You see, we don't want the Amajari situation, occurring everywhere. I'm sure those of you in Nigeria will not find that word strange. Amajari. Actually, the Amajaris are abandoned children, children who have been abandoned by their parents and then left to the streets to beg for alms. The northern governors in Nigeria have been encouraging all manner of marriages. All manner of marriages. In fact, they give ladies to ill-prepared men as wives. And that is what results to this Amajari situation. Because of course, these ill-prepared men who don't have the finance later end up abandoning the children that comes out of the marriage. And then the Amajaris in question become ready tools in the hands of Boko Haram and all manner of terrorists, like the Islamic State militant, Islamic State of West Africa and all that. So we clearly do not want that. Any man that is desirous of going into polygamy must ensure that he can provide for the wives and the offspring that comes out of the relationship. That is very, very important. You do not have to treat them equally, though, like Prophet Muhammad advised. You don't have to treat them equally, as in treat the wives equally. As long as you are able to provide for them, that is okay. The advice from Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto his name, regarding the subject is very good, though. It's very, very good, though. But then, realistically, it is not possible to treat, your wives equally. Realistically, that is not possible. So it is just best one, have that ability to provide for them when you are into polygamy. So if you have enjoyed my talk, I will strongly encourage you to hit the like button, the notification button. I equally want you to comment on this topic too. I want to, read what you feel about the subject at hand. I want to know what you think about it. But then if you want to support me further, you can go ahead and make contributions to my PayPal account, which is simply toksfowowe@protonmail.com. Toksfowowe as in TOKSFOWOWE at proton, PROTONMAIL.com. I look forward to hear from you. Thank you.